My guest this week is the CEO of Michigan Mutual, Mark Walker. Mark has been a friend and a supporter of this community for a long time, and it's nice to have you here.
Well, it's a pleasure to be here. Thanks, Bruce.
Tell us a little bit about you. How did you get into this whole business of mortgage business?
Well, you know, it's an interesting story. I was teaching tennis at the Port Huron Tennis House and still very much involved in the tennis house and owe a lot to the tennis community. And in that, we had a group of guys who played every Wednesday afternoon, and one of the guys was a stockbroker down in the Detroit area, and he had a client that was in the mortgage business. He didn't know anything about it, but we were walking out after playing one day, and he said, you know, you ought to look into this. He said, because I was in some development, real estate development stuff, and he knew I was into the housing market a little bit, and he said, you ought to look into it. And I called my brother, who was working at ADP, and Hale and I looked into it the next day, and one thing led to another, and we opened the business in '92.
Now, your corporate headquarters is here. You have how many employees in Port Huron?
In Port Huron, we have approximately 60 employees here in Port Huron, and then we have another 150 or so down in the Southfield area. We're licensed currently in about 39 states, and so we can reach out to a lot of other states right here from Port Huron. So we have salespeople who are call center oriented that can reach out into other states and capture the business.
You have some plans for Port Huron that I think are important as far as a new headquarters building, if you will. Tell us about that.
Yeah, I'd love to talk about that. So we just closed on the building, the Times Herald building, just a couple of weeks ago, and so we're just starting to design what we're going to do to that building to renovate it, and we're excited about that. We think it gives us the opportunity to really bring more jobs into Port Huron, and we're looking forward to that. And we're just kind of on the infancy stages of planning on what we're going to do with that. So, but we're pretty confident we can get that up and running this year. And as you said, that building's been there for over 30 years. It's really a landmark for our area. We're proud to be downtown and happy to be downtown. And downtown is so vibrant now. And so our employees are excited. Everybody's excited about it. Times Herald is staying here, so we're looking forward to it.
What are the biggest challenges as far as expansion is concerned? What needs to happen for you to really be successful?
Yeah, that's a really great question. So the thing that our challenge is really doing what some of the other companies done and really growing your own. And so being able to bring people in that aren't familiar with our industry, training them and giving them a career path. And it's really well-paying jobs. Don't need a college education, but there is a lot of training and a lot of work to go through the process of either being an underwriter or in the sales division. So our challenge is really getting a training program together where we can really grow our own instead of just robbing from other companies and that type of thing. Just because we really do believe the talent is here. We have to find it out and search it out, and then we have to train the people. And the city has been fantastic in helping us with this transition and this purchase. And not only, you know, when you bring people in, and we bring our executive team and we bring employees in, and when they look at that view from the fourth floor and overlooking that water and the freighters going by, that truly is unmatched. And they walk out of there and say, we'll be glad to work here.